Here with Sudhi and Suchi.
This is a very important fact that I'm going to share with you. I'm wearing this t-shirt again because we still haven't found him. So if you get any news on this, please do forward it to Suchi because she's depressed. But we're going to try to cheer her up by going ahead and saying, "Hear it here with
Sudhi and Suchi! Yay!
खुश होगी ना तुम?
हाँ.
ये मिला नहीं अभी तक.
नहीं, it doesn't matter.
No.
Yeah, okay. Yes. Welcome to Here with Sudhi and Suchi. And of course, I am Suchi and he is Sudhi. And we are here to tell you some interesting stuff about Bollywood. Like we do always. Well, to start off with, let's talk about all these young kids, you know.
Yeah, essentially today, Suchi, our headline section essentially is just basically like a Valentine's Day scenario happening.
How sad for you, no?
Completely.
Yeah. Well, all you girls out there, Sudhi single.
Where did that come from?
Yeah. So sad.
तो जरूरी है एक आदमी के जख्मों पे नमक रगड़ना.
Anyway,
हाँ.
Alia Bhatt has finally called Ranbir Kapoor her boyfriend. Now, everybody knew that they were seeing each other, yes, but she actually put up a photograph on some post of hers wherein she said, "Clicked by my boyfriend."
Ah, nice.
Yeah.
And that has also happened to Ananya Pandey.
मेरा girlfriend मैं तेरी boyfriend तू मेरा sorry. Had to sing that song.
Okay. Ananya Pandey also, yaar, Suchi.
Huh? Ishan Khattar.
Absolutely.
Ishan Khattar and Ananya Pandey seem to be,
quite a thing.
Heating it up, quite a thing, because they went.
Heating it up क्यों? Gas पे काम करते हैं.
Super. So they went for a holiday together for New Year's Eve, etc. It was some nice, lovely, beautiful place with beaches. I think it was Maldives. I'm not sure. But other than them,
there is also Siddharth Malhotra and Kiara Advani.
They also very nice looking couple. Very nice. They looked very nice together in Shersha.
There's a major height difference also.
Yeah, but I wonder if they were just translating what happened in Shersha to their, romantic angle in real life. But they were together for New Year's Eve as well.
It's true, is it? You're sure about that?
So after all of these, these relationship stories, the fact remains that a lot of these so-called bachelors, who are not bachelors now, are people like Vicky Kaushal, Rajkumar Rao, Vineet Kumar,
Varun Dhawan.
Varun Dhawan. All of them got married recently. So they're off the market. But one person who is definitely on the market is none other than Kartik Aaryan, whose fan actually got his face tattooed on his chest. Can you believe it?
Was it after watching Dhamaka?
I don't know what, but he actually got his face tattooed on his chest. I mean, hello! The rest of your life with Kartik Aaryan on your chest. Ha! स्यापा करेगा स्यापा.
My God, यार सच्ची में यार
Yeah, सच्ची, it's
कितना
amazing.
बोझ उठा रहा होगा.
Oof, I tell you. But
Especially
Kartik
after
Aaryan,
his performance in Dhamaka.
even though Kartik Aaryan now might be walking around single, who knows? He's had a bit of fun as well. I mean, he was seeing Sara Ali Khan, they say. He was seeing Janhvi Kapoor, they say. He was seeing...
Who are these they?
Just they.
सच्ची यार कमाल है तुमने मतलब इतने सारे लोगों से बात कर ली एक साथ.
It was this whole team that I chatted with, and you are going to see what happened then when I spoke to a whole bunch of people with a very beautiful woman called Richa Chadda with them.
And of course Suchi had the inside edge.
Here with Sudhi and Suchi.
Here we are once again. Here with Sudhi and Suchi. Where is Sudhi? I think there was a Yorker that kind of got him out of this studio. Welcome to the cast of Inside Edge season 3, believe it or not. Guys, yes, as I have to tell you, Sudhi is not here. Sudhi is my co-host, and I think he was very shy that Richa Chadda is going to be on the show today. So he said, "No, I can't be, sir. I said, why? Because I've got 3 hunks, 3 handsome guys there, and I've got Richa, who I know from before. So, welcome to Here with Sudhi and Suchi, and it's wonderful to have all of you on the show. And I'm sure all of you are very excited about season 3. After all, you all have been part of this franchise since it started off. I want to know, frankly, for each of you, how the journey has been from then, 2016, when you started shooting, to now, which is like 5 years later. The journey as far as your characters itself are concerned, and as far as how, as actors, you feel it's grown.
Obviously, been a great journey because it's gone to...
Yeah.
Zarina's graph. Zarina's, gets tossed around and played around with a bit in season 1 and 2. And this time, I think she's out for revenge. She's tasted blood and she wants a bigger piece of the pie. So that's basically her graph. And she's very unabashedly finally asking for what she thinks she deserves, etc. And
Hmm.
this is her central driving emotion. So that's Zarina's graph. Yeah.
Yeah. And Tanuj, Vayu Raghavan, he came in like the wind in
Right.
season one, and he continues to blow really hard through
Yes.
all of the season. So
Yes.
tell me a little bit about his journey.
Yes.
Well, it's
Indeed.
both his as well as my both Vayu as well as my own journey has been nothing short of staggering. I've been on board since 2016. I'm
Yes.
really glad that I've been able to be part of this world from the ground floor, and it's been amazing because it's made by people who love the sport and who really respect the sport, and we have a really awesome cast, and we have
Yes.
Excel and Amazon, and everyone's always like stoked to come back for another round, season after season. And as the years and as the seasons have progressed, the fan base has just kept swelling, and it's given so many people so much of joy. It's changed the trajectory of my career and has opened up so many more doors and opportunities for me
Yeah.
as an actor. And I mean, I often joke around with people. I say that Vayu Raghavan is the best imaginary friend that I never had, and that is a fact because
Some
as
like an alter ego. Yeah.
yeah, really, right? I mean, as he evolves, so do I, and we just kind of feed off each other's energy. So there's a lot of me and him, and vice versa, I guess. So it's been quite amazing. Yeah.
Amir?
Well, personally, in terms of, I had to leave my youth behind to take up this part and become the new daddy in town. When I entered the show, I entered with a little bit of trepidation because the first time I was playing sort of a mature, mature character, mature man in that
Yes.
sense. And that is what I found most appealing because if I'm being honest, I used to reject a lot of work because I found most of the writing childish.
Yeah.
And in that sense, this was something meaty, weighty, and powerful enough for me to be excited about, and probably one of the most interesting characters that I played. Also, the fact that it was a long form narrative, OTT,
Yes.
it gave me a lot more. The canvas was that much bigger, and therefore to be able to layer a character and things like that was definitely the most interesting thing I have done in the last 4 or 5 years.
That's awesome. Akshay, you just won recently the most enterprising actor of the year, if I'm not mistaken. You just won that title, and how, as you said, you're like a baby in this one.
Yeah.
You're new to the team. What's it been like for you?
Yeah, no, yes, I did win the most enterprising actor of the year. That is true. You caught me off guard for a second. I was like, what did I? Oh, yes, that's true. Yes. So I guess that's because I do a lot of work, and I think that this is also one of those, But see, why I'm even bringing that up is because some projects are really, really, really dear to you. You do a lot of work to sort of grow as an actor, and I feel like the only way you can grow as an actor is to do a lot of stuff.
Mhm.
Some will fail, some will click.
Yes.
But you have to stretch yourself out in different ways all the time, because acting is a very strange profession in the sense that if I was a singer, I could wake up every day and sing for 6 hours and do my riyaz, or I
Sure.
could dance, or I could take a bat and hit all day long.
Sure.
Acting, you need lines, you need a camera, you need a director, you need lights.
Yeah.
So the only practice you get is by working.
Hmm.
So, and every so often a job comes along that you're like, wow, this is this it came
Yeah.
out, and this is the one. Like, I feel so attached to it. I feel such an honor and privilege to be a part of it. And all of those things were with this one particularly because not only does it get a lot of attention in terms of eyeballs. It also, the part that I play in it, Rohit Shanbag, which unfortunately I can't really spill the beans too much on him. It's such a big responsibility, that I feel like I'm undertaking by playing this part, which you'll find out more when you see it. I
Sure.
think that
Sure.
unfortunately I can't really say why, but it's a very relevant topic in sports, and it's a very sensitive topic in general.
Mhm.
And I just feel very blessed that this came along and I got to do it, and I hope people like it because that's all you really work towards.
Well, I'm sure. I'm sure. Now, for all of you, this is a question for all of you. Cricket, as such, have all of you been interested in cricket always? I mean, the guys probably, definitely. Richa, what about you?
Well, I played gully cricket with my cousins and my brother when I was a kid in Delhi growing up. No, I mean, I followed it as an audience member,
Yes.
like the rest of the country, but that's about it. It didn't
Did you have to
go beyond.
brush up on on your information about cricket for this show a lot?
No, as Amir said in some interview before, that I'm a Sithani.
So so cricket.
Call me a
So
Sithani.
you didn't
So basically, I'm just this team owner who likes to wave, and
Yes.
at least in the initial portions,
Yes,
that's
yes.
essentially what she does. She wants to, be famous. She wants to be relevant.
Yeah.
She wants to be cool
Yeah.
via this. So in season 3, of course, things are very different. वो काफी संजीदा हो गई है और काफी she, vengeful हो गई है. So she's very focused and almost cold.
Yeah.
But yeah, in season 1 and 2, she doesn't really have to know that much about cricket.
What about you guys? Have you all always been? Has cricket always been part of your lives, or has it been other games like football, basketball, baseball?
I mean, I'll be really short and sweet. I grew up in America, so no, unfortunately.
Okay.
I had to work really hard at trying to be a good batsman in front of Mr. Vayu Raghavan.
Yeah.
And especially because we have this captaincy rivalry going.
Yeah.
So I worked really hard. I hope cricket fans out there like it. But yeah, I was a basketball player growing up.
Okay, Amir.
Well, to blow my own horn a la Vayu Raghavan. When I was 16 years old, former India captain Ajit Wadekar actually went on air on television, on local television in Srinagar, and praised my temperament and technique because he saw me playing and gave me the Man of the Match award.
Oh, wow!
क्या बात है, क्या
Nice.
बात
Did you
है.
guys know
How are you holding on
guys
to
know
that
this?
information till?
Yeah.
19,
Yeah,
so long.
This is
You had to hear it
this is-
here. You had to hear it here. With
Yeah, it had to be done on their show. Yeah.
1986.
Wow.
Who was born in
Wow,
1986?
Amir.
I was born in
Which one?
86. Wow.
There you go.
There you go. Arey, yaar, kaun
Wait.
bol raha hai? I was born in 86. Don't say that in
Why
front
you-
of 51-year-old people like me. Please don't.
Wow.
Yeah, but I got disillusioned pretty quickly because when I went for the trials of, I think it was the under 16 team only, I got to know that the team was already basically selected. So we were just filling in the numbers. But I switched to football pretty early as well. So yeah, I'm more of a football fanatic now. And Liverpool is my team, and Jurgen Klopp is my guru.
Is your guru. Tanuj?
Yeah.
Cricket is like a religion to me. If there's anything I love apart from acting, it is cricket. So whether it's talking cricket, playing cricket, watching cricket, it's my life. So I love it. I mean,
So let me continue the next question with you. Since you said this is your life, now you have been born into a family which has of course had Rati ma'am has been in the industry and been loved,
Right.
etc. And when you're saying cricket has been my life and you always loved this, but being an actor, was that always in your agenda as well, or was this an actual serious option, maybe to be a sports person?
neither, if I'm being honest, because I was a really fat, lazy kid. And all I would like to do is sit in front of the TV, play video games, eat lots of chocolate. And I was a complete introvert. So I didn't really have much sense of direction for the longest time in my life.
Yeah.
And acting was never on the agenda. I think largely due to the fact that once mom got married and settled down,
Yes.
she took a really long sabbatical from the business, and she only returned when I was about 16 years old. So
Right.
in my formative years, I didn't really, I was not really exposed to that typical filmy life per se, right? So acting was not really on the agenda. In fact, when I got into the industry, it was more with the hope and intention of doing something behind the camera. It could be writing or direction. So I became an assistant director. Acting sort of happened much later. I was a little late to the acting party. And sports person, not really, because as I said, I was an introvert. I was a little shy, so I would never go for any of these classes, and I never trained professionally. So I've never trained professionally for cricket either. And I believe in a country as competitive as India, when it comes to the sport of cricket, you need to start like really, really early, and you need to have a roadmap of where you are and where you need to be headed. So yeah.
Akshay, for your character in this series, were you asked to use somebody as an inspiration, emulate anybody as far as your character is concerned? Or
No, not at all. The only kind of tips that were given to me in terms of because I was new to batting and I had to be a good batsman. Karan Anshuman and Kanish Verma used to just share clips of different batsmen who were very good and had really good technique and good form. But definitely not from any standpoint of emulating anyone or recreating a certain character on screen at all.
Okay, and how much time would you say did you train for this? How long did how much?
Oh, I trained. I a lot. I trained a lot. I think first of all, thanks to Excel, they're so well planned. That you have that much time to do it. So I think I had 2 months. I used to play about two to 3 hours a day. And I was shooting other things. So the coaches would come to set. Prashant Karya. I've been joking all along. I mean, it's being partially serious. He's like Mr. Miyagi from Karate Kid. He's such a good teacher. He taught me in this Zen voodoo like fashion. And I literally, I fell in love with that guy. I worked so hard. I remember that Kanish even told me at one point, he had called me and said, can you stop? Because I don't know that you'll have enough energy to act. I'm getting a little scared. And that was like a wake up call to be like, okay, chill out. I think you're getting somewhere now. And they were great. I mean, I used to send them recordings all the time. I used to send it to the team. It used to go on the group. And everyone used to watch my form and really send me tips and stuff like that. Tanuj was also very helpful. I'd be remiss if I didn't point that out. I mean, he was very encouraging. He could have been like, who's this new guy showing up and doesn't know how to bat, but he was really supportive.
For all of you, let's start with Richa. Cricket team wise, and cricketers wise, who has been, since your growing up days, who has been your favorite cricketer?
Hello, I lost you. Is it just?
Oh, you're frozen. Nice.
You're frozen.
You're frozen.
Yeah.
Richa was singing that.
Now we've got you back.
Am I frozen?
Yeah, you're frozen.
Yeah.
Oh, am I still? Can you defrost me?
No, not anymore.
I love it. Can you defrost? Had my co-host been here, Richa, he would have said anytime.
Well, really good to hear that. Right?
We are back.
My favorite cricketer has been since my formative years, Rahul Dravid.
Yes.
Because it's just such a classy, elegant, beautiful man.
Yes.
Not interested in anything. I mean, I watch his no smoking ad also when I go to the cinemas.
Oh, sweet.
So
his cred ad is phenomenal.
Yeah,
I love that one.
I love that ad.
You should see the outtakes. It's on YouTube. It's like 1 minute of Dravid.
So funny. Those outtakes are so funny.
It's awesome.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Oh, must check that out.
I'm gonna go and I have something to watch right now.
Yeah.
What about you guys? Who have been your favorite cricketers?
Rohit Sharma for me.
Okay.
For me, all-time great Sachin Tendulkar and AB de Villiers, and currently Virat Kohli.
Okay. Amir, did you say?
Somebody asked me yesterday was I think it was favorite batsman, but I think overall cricketer I would say Viv Richards. Nobody had that kind of swag and still doesn't. I mean, even today when you see all the young brash breed of cricketers, nobody had that kind of aura. He was really King Richards. Every time he walked chewing that gum onto that field without a helmet, looked up into the sky, and the first ball just flick it over long leg. Unbelievable. And the kind of innings he's played, he was, I guess, the first modern cricketer in that sense, who really, really, took it from, a dogged sport to real entertainment. I think it was Richards.
I will tell you all a little story about who could have been my favorite cricketer if I hadn't got divorced from my first marriage. It would have been Ravi Shastri, because I met my first husband at Ravi's wedding. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So Ravi was getting married, and I was from his side, from him, because my mom and his mom are best friends. And his wife had grown up with my ex-husband in Delhi. And I swear to God, 3 days. 3 days. We were engaged in 3 days of knowing each other. 3 days.
Wow.
It lasted 7 years, but yeah, I just thought cricketer story. There's one. I won't tell you the other one, which not many people know about. That will stay for another day when cameras are off.
Can't wait to hear that one.
No, not
Yes.
this country. Not this country. That's all I'll say.
I
Not
think we have another
Yeah,
exclusive today.
Another exclusive.
Bandai,
Dropping.
Amir
Breaking
Bandai.
news.
I'm wondering which character we borrowed. Suchitra borrowed from Suchitra's life
Yeah.
in Inside Edge. That we have to ask her.
Really? Yeah.
Speaking of life, I'd like to know from each of you, what is your mantra in life? You all have chosen this career, which is sometimes,
My mantra is Sapna Pabbi.
Good one.
Okay, coming back to my question. So as I said, you all have all chosen a career which is acting, which we all deal with rejection, we all deal with the struggle to start out, etc. What would all of you separately? I want to ask each one of you, what is your mantra in life when it comes to your work ethic and when it comes to life in general?
I guess
Mine is
maybe
go ahead.
prepare for
Go
the
ahead.
worst, hope for the best, and just focus on variables and things that are in your control and not what's happening in someone else's life, and don't make comparisons, because it always seems
Yes.
rosy over there, So far so often we're part of this rat race and all, and that is what is the worst possible thing. Just be the best version of yourself, or at least try to be the best version of who you can be. Don't
Richa?
Yeah.
I have no mantra.
You got no
I
mantra.
came undone so strongly in this lockdown that I no longer have any set, like, be so good, I can't ignore you kind of,
Yeah.
I have no such mantra. I want to live happily with people I love and do things I believe in, because I think life is short, and that's my only mantra. I want to contribute more, because beyond the point, that's the only thing that is your true legacy, what you do and how you make a difference in other people's lives, or how you empower them or do something for society. But yeah, that's it. And my mantra, I guess, is also Sapna Pabbi.
This is very interesting. I have to find out what this is about.
Oh, you will. You will.
Yeah. Watch the show. You'll find it.
Yeah, Amir and Akshay.
Mr. Bashir, please, you first.
Well, for me, the lockdown was like bliss. Being a recluse, it was like, nothing really happened. But for me as well, I guess being static or stationary is important, so that life can pass through. Easy come, easy go.
Yeah.
Let it pass through you. So that's basically it. Don't go around chasing waterfalls.
So I was just going to say, don't go chasing.
You're chasing waterfalls.
Akshay, what about you?
Yeah. Since you had specifically said about acting, my mind went there, and my only mantra there is just lagero. And if I feel like so many people, they quit very early, or they stop, trying to, but all they want to do is act. I feel like you get your heart broken a million times, but that million and one time that you go back, it's like if anyone plays golf, golf is such a difficult sport. Every swing you hit is a terrible shot, and you get that one beauty, and that's what brings you back. So mine is, and I say it all the time. People ask me like, "Kaise ho?" And I keep saying "Lagawa," because I think lage rehna chahiye.
Yeah, lage rehna.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
All of you, since this show is about cricket, etc., what is your favorite cricketing term? Mine's silly point. I love it. So cute. Silly point. Yeah.
Mine is inside edge. Inside edge.
Mine is duck.
Huh? A duck. Oh, that's a cute one.
Oh, the duck. Yes.
But duck.
Well,
yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Amir?
I would say I like long legs.
Ooh.
Or fine legs.
Nice.
Fine legs.
He
Very
took all my
nice.
answers. He took all my answers.
He took fine and long leg.
Oh no. Tanuj, quickly think of another one. Quickly.
Oh God. Clean bold. I don't know. That's all I have left. Yeah, because I have nothing more to say.
No,
I'm
what
only
about-
going to go with fine leg and long leg.
I would have thought
Googly.
guys would have chosen bouncer somehow. I don't know.
No.
No.
So clean bold. You're going to say clean bold.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because Amir
And
sir has
we'll
left me clean
highlight
bold by
the
taking away
clean.
all my answers.
Thank you so much for being on Here with Sudhi.
Thank you.
Yeah, I
Thank
hope
you,
you all
thank
had
you so
fun
much,
as much as I did. Yeah.
Yeah,
That was so
thank
much
you for
fun.
bearing
Thank
with
you.
my car
Thank you.
condition.
Not at
Thank
all,
you, thank
not
you.
at all.
And we all want to know that story off camera someday, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see
Maybe
you this
not
Friday
in
night.
Zoom room.
Yeah. I'll tell you all. Separately, I'll tell you all. Okay.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
bye.
Thank you.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Here with Sudhi and Suchi.
Now, wasn't that fun?
Suchi, तुमने कमाल कर दिया as always,
Amazing
यार.
fun, right? I mean, these guys definitely had so much fun shooting this show.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think you know.
But I like the bit which you kind of, went ahead and talked to them about their favorite terms in cricket and all of that. That was nice, yeah,
That was
Suchi.
nice.
Eh?
That was nice.
I'm proud of you.
Silly point is my favorite.
Well done.
Silly point.
Keep saying that
It's
again.
so cute. Silly point. Okay.
Well.
Moving on to our story. You know, Salman Khan and Ajay Devgan.
हम दिल दे चुके सनम.
हम दिल दे चुके सनम
London Dreams.
तेरे हो
उसका भी
गए
तो गाना गाओ.
London Dreams. I have no
है ना?
idea.
अब क्या हुआ?
Yeah, okay. And London Dreams, that was 2009. You know, they've collaborated before. So they had gotten together with Karan Johar and collaborated to produce a film which was later shelved.
Right.
Sadly. Sadly. But, you know, people have always thought that Salman releases his films on Eid.
Which is actually true also, na, yaar, Suchi.
A lot of the time.
Yes.
A lot of the time he
Yes.
waits for Eid.
yes,
Yeah, for
yeah.
Eid to happen. I mean, Eid is always...
It's auspicious for, according to him.
yeah, like Sultan was in 2016.
Sultan, by the way, had the UFC welterweight champion, Suchi. Just a little fun fact for you. Tyron Woodley, who lost to Salman. In the film, obviously it was fictionalized, and but interestingly, it had such a devastating impact on his mind that from there on, he's just been losing.
Hi.
Correct? Salman ends careers. We did not know that.
No, he starts them as well.
Yes.
You know, he also released Kick in 2015 on Eid. He released Bajrangi Bhaijaan also.
On Eid.
That was another Eid in 2015.
Correct.
Yes, of course. एक था Tiger.
हाँ 2012 में हुई थी ये.
Yes, that one.
And उसके बाद बॉडीगार्ड था 2011 में.
Yes.
और उसके बाद था दबंग 2010 में. ये हम पीछे क्यों जा रहे हैं?
Flashback.
अच्छा हाँ.
Flashback story.
हाँ. बट उसके बाद क्या हुआ फिर कहानी यार सुची?
Well, you know, Radhe, Tubelight, all of those also released on Eid, but they didn't do really well, did they?
Yeah, they didn't. Especially Radhe. हाँ.
But now I think Salman Khan has decided that it doesn't have to be Eid when you release a film.
Finally.
He will just finally he has said, "Chalo yaar, it's a Salman Khan film."
Exactly,
yaar."
man.
I mean, like, hello yaar. You know, it'll do well even if it's not on Eid.
Suchi, I feel like a goldfish.
No, I don't care whether you feel like a goldfish or a ravas, you know, for that matter. Because I have information about Kartik Aaryan.
But I still feel like a goldfish.
Yeah, that's fine. Kartik Aaryan, who has been in the news recently because, you know, somebody got his face tattooed on his chest.
Why would anybody do that, yeah?
I mean, for the rest of his life, he's going to have Kartik Aaryan.
It's symbolism
on
of the
his
fact
chest.
that he's...
So can you imagine that guy's girlfriend is going to be looking at Kartik Aaryan and not him?
That's
Bad
actually-
move, honey. Bad move. Nevertheless,
Depends entirely if he has hair or not.
let's tell you about how Kartik Aaryan...
On his chest.
Let me tell you about how Kartik Aaryan got to where he is today, okay? It's
Fair.
been quite a struggle, frankly speaking. He comes from a family of doctors and he decided to become an engineer, you know, just to be
He
slightly
didn't
different.
decide. They were told him to, yaar, Suchi.
They told him? How you know?
They were chatting with me. But I am a goldfish.
Phone kiya teko.
I'm a goldfish, so I don't.
Right. So, yeah, he decided to become an engineer. He started studying in a college in New Bombay. I think it was the same one as I was in for a month. Ramravati, I don't know. Maybe it was.
But Suchi, what engineering did you do?
Electronics engineering, honey.
Always is impressive when you
Yeah,
say
it
that.
is, isn't it? Yeah. Now, he watched Bazigar, you know, when he was a kid. And that's when he decided in his mind that he wanted to be a movie star. Okay, now being a movie star, you can say, I want to be a movie star, but it takes a long time to
yes.
get there.
Oh, yes.
So while he was doing engineering and he was in the hostel, he used to look for other, you know, jobs on Facebook.
Odd
etc.
jobs,
Odd
yeah.
jobs and, you know, things like that. And then he got selected for a few ads. Okay.
Ah, nice.
So, yeah. So he used to make a little bit of pocket money. When he started doing that, then he decided to move to Andheri from the hostel. He decided to move to Andheri with a few other boys.
Not
means
few.
12.
12 log. क्या football team थी?
Yeah, I don't know, with an extra as well.
Well done.
I know that much about sport. But nevertheless, yeah, imagine he was staying with those 12 boys, and that is even after he became a success. Till his third film was released, he was staying with these 12 boys. And
First one was which one, yeah, Suchi? Which was very good, I thought. He was
Pyar Ka Panchnama.
Ah, nice.
When he got that movie, his parents had no clue that he was, trying to be in films, etc.
Right, right.
When he got that movie, he just picked up the phone and he called his mother and he said, by the way, I've been chosen as the lead in a movie called Pyar Ka Panchnama.
Right.
And then, of course, the rest is history, because we know that was a huge, big success. And then he's had success after success, and Kartik Aaryan is now everywhere. So, it's nice. It's nice to hear, the fact that people without godfathers in the industry and where there is no so-called nepotism, etc.,
True.
have made it. Good on you, Kartik.
There's hope.
Yeah. So it doesn't look like there's any hope the way he's looking right now. But you have a lot of hope coming your way, because we will be back very soon.
On?
Hear it here with Sudhi and Suchi. Hear it here with Sudhi and Suchi. Hear it here. Hear it here. Hear it here with Sudhi and Suchi.
Hear it here with Sudhi and Suchi. My precious. Oh, it's the precious. I want it.
Here with Sudhi and Suchi.